Our lesson today will be somehow about daily life, things we do every day, people we meet every day, and activities we do with people around us. So first of all, we have this picture. As you can see, someone in the middle of people around him or her, and he's standing in the middle of them. What do you think about this picture? What do you see in this picture? Who can tell me what the person is doing here in the middle of these people who are surrounding him? I need some ideas here in this picture, because this is a lead-in. This will be a lead-in to our topic today. Our topic today is your world. So this is your world. You need to tell me something about your world, the people who are surrounding you, the activities you do with them every day. So this is the first slide. We will talk about such things. Let's move to the next one. Here we will start our lesson with these three photos. Here we have three photos, and I want my students to match three situations with these three photos. So they will take 2 minutes to look at the photos and the sentences, and then we will do the match here in this slide. Then we will move on to the next slide. In this slide, we have a listening activity. Here we have the same three photos. They need to listen to these to 9 short conversations. Two people are conversing with each other about daily activities, about something they do, and they need to know each conversation that belongs to these three photos. After that, of course, I will play the audio using Cast Player. This is on the internet. I will play the audio for 2 times. The first time they will do the exercise quickly, and the second time they will check their answers. Then we will move to the next slide we have, and here we have grammar. Here we have the rule we will explain in this lesson. And in this lesson, we have 2 main things to explain. We have forming questions and short answers. Of course, forming questions, we will take a look at them. We will discuss the WH words. We will mention some of them. And then we will talk about the pattern we use to form WH questions. As you can see here, we start with WH word, auxiliary verb, subject, main verb, and the complement. And here we have an example. So they will know how to form questions using WH words. Then here we have an example to practice this pattern. Then we have short answers. And what about short answers? We will first explain here. We have this rule. We will know how to answer shortly by using 2 patterns, either yes or no. After that, we have subject, then auxiliary verb, and then we have not with the answer no. Of course, we have an example here, a question, and we have 2 short answers. Everything is clear by using some examples. Here will be clear. And then we will do this practice. Of course, they will rewrite the answers with each other. I will put them in groups. They will have, for example, for 5 minutes to do this exercise, and then we will check their answers. And this is all about grammar for now. Then we will move to the next slide. We have a practice here, an exercise about short answers. They will practice short answers here using these auxiliary verbs. Then of course, I will put them in groups in this practice. In each exercise, they will do it in groups. They will discuss with each other, because communication is the most important skill we need to concentrate on when doing exercises, when speaking about the topic. Then we will move to a quiz on Kahoot, which regarding forming questions and short answers, the grammar we have in our lesson. We will have a quiz on Kahoot. It is an amazing website to do some quizzes on it. So we will do a quiz on it to see if students have got the grammar we tackled in our lesson earlier. Then we will move to something different. Here we will move to a vocabulary section. Here we have a picture, which is people around you. I want students here in this picture to tell me something about the people around them. For example, to tell me something about their families, their friends, their schoolmates, their colleagues, everyone around them. What do they do with each other every day? Such things in this picture, because this will be a lead-in to our vocabulary in this lesson. Then we will move to the next slide. In this slide, we will tackle a vocabulary in our lesson. And here we have an activity, which is putting the words here on the left under each column. They will put these words under each column. And I created a different activity apart from the book, because I thought this will be an interesting activity for them. So they will be in groups, discuss with each other which word belongs to which category. Here we have family, work, school, friends, and other. And here we have the words. Then we will go to this slide. In this slide, here we will have a speaking activity. First, they will look at the photos and discuss the questions. So here in the first exercise 1A, I will put students in groups, and they will discuss with each others these two questions, of course, by looking at the four photos we have here. They will ask and answer each other, and then we will go back to the main session and see some of the answers we have from students. Then we will move to the next one, which is an exercise about opinions. I will ask students about their opinions in the main session. We have 4 sentences here, and I will see what are their opinions about these statements before we delve into the reading section. Then we will move to our next slide. In this slide, we will be in the reading section. Of course, first I will ask students to skim through the text for about 5 minutes. They will have 5 minutes in the main session. They will remain in the main session. They will skim through the text, see some information, got the main idea from this. Here we have an article. Then we will do the first exercise which is choosing a phrase from here to complete 4 gaps in the article. So after skimming, they will be able somehow to complete the gaps using these 4 phrases. We will check their answers and move on to the next slide. In the next slide here, we have a question, which is, according to the article, is each phrase a fact or a myth? Here I will test their understanding about the meaning of fact and the meaning of myth, and whether they have got the idea of a myth and a fact. Of course, after reading and discussing our article. Then we will move on to the last section in our lesson, which is writing. Here in writing, we will have a lead in, which is working in pairs and discussion. Here we have 3 questions. They will ask each other and answer in groups. And then we will go back to the main session and see some answers and discuss them and see some opinions of students. Then we will go to the writing section, which is a message, an email. This will be an example for them. They will take a look at this message. They will read it for 5 minutes. And then we will go to the next slide after reading it. Here we have 2 questions. We will start with the first one, which we have some phrases. We need to put them in the blanks in the message. Here I will explain to them each phrase. When do we use each phrase? And I will check their understanding of using these phrases. Then we will move to the next question, which is match. And here in match, they will match 4 topics with the 4 paragraphs we have in our message. So here they need a deep understanding of the message. So maybe I will let them 5 minutes to reread the message again to get a deep idea of the message, and then match these 4 paragraphs with the message. After that, I will go with them to these 4 instructions, which are helpful and useful for them before they start writing anything. I will explain each one of these instruction and give them some examples. For example, each paragraph should have a topic. I will go back to the message and show them that each paragraph has a different topic, so they will recognize what's the meaning of this instruction here, and they will try to apply it in their writing later on. And then we will go through the rest of these instructions. Each one I will explain it and give them some examples about it. Finally, I will give them an assignment, which is that they are going to write a similar message to the one we have tackled in our lesson. they will think of an old friend they haven't seen for a long time and invent a reason to contact him or her. First, before we end this session, we will discuss the topic here between each other, see each one what he has, how many old friends he has, how long didn't he see him, and some reasons to contact him or her. So this